So, getting ready to head off to Marseille for the Sony 2024 Kando trip with the other Sony ambassadors and content creators. And I thought I'm going to scale down this time because I'm extending the trip, so I'm staying for a little bit longer. So I decided to grab one of these, the A6700 from Sony. So let's have a look at what's in the box. So I decided to go with this because basically it's very similar to the A7 IVs that I use. Won't need that. Need that. Won't even need that. When you collect as many batteries as I have, you don't need another one. Until someone borrows one and doesn't bring it back. So, here we have it. This is an amazing piece of kit. Yes, it's APS-C. Yes, it's got lots of pixels. Yes, it's 120 frames, 4K uncropped. S-Log 3. And a SC tone, if that's your thing. I'm very much looking forward to this being my one take with, in a brave attempt as a photographer filmmaker to travel as lightly as possible with just this one camera. I've decided to take, I know it's not a Sony, but it is small. It's the lovely offering from Sigma, the APS-C 16, I don't even know what it is, 1850. I should know my lenses, really, shouldn't I? Right, look, it's tiny, it's brilliant. It's I've had great experiences using this on my FX30 with video, so I'm going to try this trip with this little combi. And just to round it off, because I'm traveling light, this battery, these are amazing. Bärenstark, strong as a bear. There's a USB-C port right here, so I can charge this up with a regular phone charger. So let's see how this kicks off. Okay, set. Okay, right, we're up and running, and there we have it. I love it. It doesn't feel like an A1. I don't expect it to perform like an A1, but you know what? It's a fraction of the size. That's it. Honestly, it's my iPhone or this, and I've been traveling with my iPhone for such a long time now, and I'm always looking back and going, just wish I'd shot that with a real camera so I could really do some good work with it. So there we go. This is it. Oh, not to forget, this doesn't take 1 terabyte Angel Bird drives like all my other cameras do. So I'm back to these wonderful Sony Toughs, which are, by the way, brilliant and well worth the money. So yes, it's an SD card slot. That's something I'm going to have to get used to for this trip. Oh, put it the right way around, I suppose. Ah, there we go. Gotta turn that bleep off in a minute. So I'm actually quite blown away by this. I used to have the A7000 6400, which was nice, but of course rubbish for video because it didn't do S-Log. So I sold it for very silly money, actually, to somebody who seemed very grateful to get their hands on it. So, and I kind of regretted it. I might actually start doing a bit more street work and sort of just on the road stuff, because this is so tiny. It's so easy to use. All those issues about big hands, small knobs, don't worry about that. It's all fine because it's all touchscreen, and I can grab everything I want with my left hand while I'm still ready to shoot with my right. Oh, there's so much stuff I can talk about. I haven't used the viewfinder once actually since in the last hour that I've had this. It doesn't need one. We don't use viewfinders anymore. I used to be one of those staunch, old school black and white photographers said you need a viewfinder. It's the best way to frame up your work. Yes, it depends on what you're doing. For 90% of the work I'm doing, speed is of the essence and not getting your face to the camera necessarily. So I'd give this a good value for money, technology packed into the camera, size, ease of use. I think I'd give it a 9 out of 10. The big question is, why wouldn't I give it 10 out of 10? It could have a little bit of a nicer feel about it. I mean, I have improved the grip on this, definitely. And I know bigger grip, bigger camera, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sure I'm going to discover one or two minor issues. I know there's apparently overheating issues. It doesn't bother me. I'm not going to use this for long video shoots. So for that, I have my FX3 and FX30 and the A7 IV and an A1. So not wishing to sound like someone who has a lot of cameras, but I actually quite like this. And follow me to Marseille and Paris next week. It's going to be fun.